It won't be long. I drove by a school the other day and the parking lot wasn't vacant. There were cars there. The teachers have started showing up for work. That means that, within about a week, the students will be there. And what that means is football season will be starting soon. Why is that so important? Well, to me it is. Because I assure you that there is not a day that I live that I do not reflect upon and benefit from my experience playing high school football. So I feel a burden. I feel a sense of duty that is, in fact, a joy to sort of pay it forward to you and share with you and reflect upon some of the things in my high school football experience that benefits me today, in hopes that it will benefit you as well. You know, in football, we obviously strive for excellence. We strive for perfection. Well, clearly none of us are perfect. Clearly mistakes happen. And we try to minimize those mistakes. We try to minimize the impact of those mistakes. But there's one mistake in football that holds a special place in the heart of a coach. If you want to see a football coach burst into flames, watch the coach after a fumble.
What is wrong with you? Why are you fumbling my football?
My blockers were built.
Your blockers ain't got nothing to do with you holding the ball. Did your blockers fumble the football or did you fumble the football?
I did, sir.
All right, how many feet are in a mile? How many feet are in a mile? 5,280 feet. You pick this ball up, you run every one of them. You're killing me, Petey. You're killing me.
You see, no one is responsible or contributed to or is culpable in a fumble other than ourselves. We could have prevented it. And the coach teaches us, well, there's several ways that we can prevent or minimize fumbles. The first and foremost thing that a coach does is holds the standard high. When a fumble occurs, the coach doesn't say, you're human, mistakes happen, we just have to live with it. No, we hold the standard high and we raise our performance and our expectations. We don't lower the standard. That's step number one. Step number two, there's things you can do as a player. When you are carrying that football and you see an approaching threat, you can move the football to the other side of your body. Put about 200 pounds of beef between the prize, the football, and the threat. And you know what? You may get tackled anyway. You may fall. You may even get hurt. You may get bruised. But no, they're not going to get the football. Folks, there is a prize that is wanted by the enemy, and it's our soul. Folks, we need to put every ounce of ourselves between the prize and the enemy. We need to resist. We need to move the ball. We need to avoid situations that would allow the enemy to ensnare us. But the good news is that even if we stumble and even if we fall, that which God holds in His hand cannot be seized by the enemy. In the meantime, we strive, and in the meantime, we hold the standard high. The enemy may attack. You know, there are things in football, mistakes that are very egregious. Let's look at an interception. I mean, what could be worse? I mean, after a fumble, you don't necessarily lose possession of the ball, but an interception, you do. Well, as bad as that is, when the quarterback releases the ball, things can happen after that the quarterback had no control of. For example, he releases the ball to an open receiver, and after he throws the ball, the receiver falls down. The quarterback has now thrown the ball directly into the hands of his opponent. Folks, the quarterback can ever so skillfully release a pass, but the quarterback cannot control the blowing of the wind. And the wind can take that ball off of its intended trajectory and into the hands of the opponent. Folks, there is so much as Christians that we cannot control, but God's Word assures us that no matter what the temptation, God has provided, underscore that key word, the operative word, provided, an escape, a way out. But folks, we have a responsibility as Christians to seek out and seize upon the escape that God has provided. So, there is no excuse for fumbles.